as promised, I'm going to be going into the JavaScript revealing module pattern. I've come across different names for it, so I'm just going to stick to revealing module pattern. I'm not too sure if that's the correct name because I've heard UI module pattern and just plain module pattern, but I'll just call it revealing module pattern. So it's 20 seconds and haven't said anything useful, so let's get this started. For this example, I'm just going to create a quick audio file. We're going to give this an ID of A. I'm going to give this a source tag, not cert, come on now. Source, so what is it? Strings.wav, and then we're going to give it some controls. I'm just going to close it like that. Okay, we're going to come down here to this file. So basically, this is how you start it off. You basically declare a new variable here, and then this variable will now become global, but everything inside it will be local, but you can access it globally through this variable. So I'm just going to call you audio controls equals, and then now in the last show I talked about self-invoking functions. That's because whenever I've gone through this, it only works with self-invoking functions. So we just do that function. Oops, this thingy's in the way. Like so. Now, in case you want to use jQuery in your module, what you do is just type in jQuery there, and then just put a little $sign up there. What you will need to know, however, is that obviously you have to link up in your original HTML document. So now the first part in here is where your private variable goes. In here is where your public variables go, and I'll show you how. I'll just call you that. I forgot the proper name for this, it just eludes me quickly. So in here, all you need to do is type in return, open and close curly brackets. Now, the first function I want to be able to call is PP. That's going to stand for press play. And let's say what could this be calling? This could be calling let's play start playing. And then the next one is log, and then we're gonna say log here. So now what we do when we come up here is we just type in var start playing equals function, like so, and then put a comma to put our next variable in underneath that, and then we're just gonna call this log equals function. So now only using the log, because the way I do it is if something's not working, for instance, I always have a log something there for me to basically see whether the function has been called at all. So console.log function has been called. So that's just in case I encounter any errors in the file. Now if you go back up here to start playing, I just want to pass in two variables into this. We're just going to say position and volume, and then we're going to go like so. And then what I'm going to do now is I'm going to cheat a bit. I'm going to use jQuery's document.ready. Now this is because whenever when I was basically making sure I won't mess up during the tutorial, I was just double checking that everything worked, and now it can't, for some reason it has to basically contact. I'll show you. So just type in document.ready okay, variable, this is going to be called audio file equals document.get element by ID, and I think we just called it A. Bang, like so. And I say a file dot current time pos. Oops, I don't need to put it there. Let's position a file dot volume equals vol a file dot play, like so. Now if I hadn't put this line here in this document.ready, I would have got a file will be found as null. That's because the DOM hasn't loaded yet, and that's basically what I was trying to say with my blabberings. So now we can try and see whether this is actually working. But firstly, we actually have to call this. So basically what we do is in another document here, this other document is purely here to show you that's actually working. So what did we call our variable? Called our variable audio controls. Now audio controls.pp, and then here we type in our position. We'll start off at 0, and our volume, let's start off at 0.5. Now hopefully we won't be embarrassed, so here goes. And it said unexpected token reference error, audio controls is not defined. So we'll just see where we went wrong here. Audio controls.pp, just come down here. Okay, so I've actually messed up. I forgot to put the equals there. Okay, let's try that again. Now you can see there it's already playing and the volume has been set to 0. I don't know if you can hear it, but that's because I'm not outputting anything today. If we go back to Text Wrangler, let's just pause this to show you that this is actually working. As we go back in here, and then let's say we want it to start at 30 and we want it to be super quiet. So you can see that it started at 30 seconds and the volume slider is a lot lower. So that's just been quickly module patterns for you. Hopefully you've learned something. If you want me to do this tutorial again, because I did make a few mistakes here and there, not in terms of the code but in terms of my blabbering, just comment and I'll do that for you. If you wanted me to do a more basic example, I can do that also, but I just wanted to give you a working example of how you'd actually use this, because if you're actually creating web applications, then it's very likely that you're going to have to end up making an audio player of some sort for your client, as I have found out myself. So that's just been a quick tutorial, and once again, let me just show you that the other one is working. So bang, command R, function has been called. Now that was actually a great use for me when I was trying to find out why I was getting nothing here, but then obviously it was basically showing me that yes, it was working, but there was an error here. So that's just a quick way to find out where your code is messing up. So really and truly, I should say that audio functions have been called. So basically, if you have a load of different JavaScript files working together, you can tell which one is messing up at what point. Yeah, this has been another quick tutorial. Well, they're starting to get a lot longer nowadays, but this tool is basically quick. Hopefully you've learned something. It's very powerful. You're going to need to learn it when you basically start expanding your JavaScript knowledge. As usual, thank you very much for watching.